Welcome and thanks for joining us at USTC360. I'm Dilbar Shatterson. Every spring since 2001, the sweet sounds of the Coachella Music and Arts Festival draws waves of performers, celebrities, and music lovers from across the country to the Empire Polo Club near the lush Palm Springs in California. And according to the club, it's an unexpected desert oasis. But in today's episode, as we continue to show you the efforts of Tzu Chi's 20-year-old medical foundation, though unexpected is what you'll see, a true oasis is what you won't. On the eastern side of the Coachella Valley lies the underdeveloped cities of Mecca, Oasis, North Shore, and Thermal, where, according to the California Endowment, 1 in 10 families live below the poverty line, with income per person at $7,000 or less on average. On that budget, imagine how much you'll have left to buy a concert ticket once you've finished paying for housing, utilities, food, just to name a few of the basics. In fact, because the territory is considered a Native American reservation, they are governed only by local tribes, as the profile revealing the invisible Coachella Valley states. This means that federal law has limited jurisdiction in this area, making government aid minimal, infrastructure almost non-existent, yet also a safe haven for undocumented immigrants. So for this land of contrasts, keep your eyes peeled as 360 takes you to the eastern side of the Coachella Valley.
My name is Rodolfo Piñón. I'm a community organizer for the organization of Pueblo Unido. This area has a high level of agricultural-based industries. We have a lot of farms. They produce a lot of products like dates, even strawberries, chiles, all kinds of agricultural products. And the farm workers that live here, they actually bring in an economic benefit of $500 million a year in agricultural products. But yet, they're the poorest of the poor. They work in conditions that are very deplorable, and they do not earn enough money to sustain themselves.
My name is Mirna Lopez, and this is my home, and this is my family. This is our life right now.
This is our living room. As you can see, we don't have sofas. We have a broken window. Our house has a lot of holes. It's not in well conditions. My mom's planning to fix it after she bought all those material. There's a hole right here. We have to put something so the air won't come out. And over here is the restroom. We don't have a door. This is our restroom. We don't have a sink. This is my brother's room. So you see my brother. And this one's broken. This one has a lot of cracks and everything. A lot of cracks. This is another hole.
Okay, if you don't cover it, what's gonna be?
Spiders, then snakes. There's like spiders this big, like huge spiders.
In my room, there's no electricity at all. Like 40 years old, the trailer. When my mom bought it, it wasn't in good condition. It's like that was already there.
You didn't have a chance to fix it?
No money. I have no money to fix it.
They come here in search of the American dream, and many of them do not find it because they end up in situations where they work in conditions that they cannot support a good lifestyle.
It rains. When it rains, sometimes it leaks. Basically, the house is kind of torn down, but it's our house, and we live in it. We love it. No, go back to your room.
No, be careful ahí. Back, exact. We're cleaning right here because my daughter makes tamales. And she makes tamales to sell. That way she can get a little bit money, $70 for her, yeah. Because she wants to buy some shoes and clothes. When it's very hot, in summertime, outside it's like 120. Sometimes we cannot make food because if I turn around the stove, get more hot. I have to make food very early in the morning or in the night.
We're thankful that our mom has a roof for us and she always has food for us. She basically does everything by herself.
So the dynamics of the family is that once they get to the United States and they have kids down here, most of the time they do not want to go back because their kids belong in this country. And the kids, they go to Mexico, they have questions in terms of how will they be able to live and sustain themselves under American citizens. So they stay here and they do the jobs that Americans do not want to do.
I work and pick the grapes too. To pick up the grapes, you have to start more early because it's hot. So I come out from here like 4:30, 4:40 in the morning.
This year I went to work with her and the grape. You check if it's good or bad, and you pick it and you package it and everything. And it's a very good experience, but it's also very, very humid and hot and sticky. It was very, very tiring.
Pick the limes and then put it in the container, big containers. And sometimes we make only one on the day, and sometimes we make 1.5.
Say you make 2 bins in a day, you get $16.
Yeah, $16, $17. It's hard working picking grapes, but it's the only kind of job we can have, to survive.
Beyond environmental issues, the Coachella Valley is plagued with a lack of insurance. As per UCLA's Center for Health Policy Research, 36% of adults in the valley are uninsured, but get this, only adults with children were included in the survey. So for the record, with as many as 1 out of 3 people going on without insurance, we wonder how many more people uncounted and off the record are left to fend for themselves. How can we proceed with healthcare in areas where the population is perhaps countless? While the problem is complex and requires a solution that's equally so, that doesn't mean a hopeless end. In fact, some residents can still find interim relief thanks to the efforts of a few volunteers who want to see a difference in the East Coachella Valley. I'm talking about David Hoy, a volunteer from the Tzu Chi Medical Foundation that had the privilege of visiting the area's invisible communities firsthand to see how he could bring Tzu Chi's aid to the valley. So let's join him now as we see how he plans to put the wheels of relief in motion.
Coming from LA, we are hosting, the health fair at the Desert Mirage High School. We provide dentals, medicals, and acupuncture.
My name is David Hoy. I'm a Tzu Chi medical volunteer.
And what service you need?
Dental.
Dental?
Yes.
So you have pain or you have
one of my back teeth.
I used to go to high school in Calexico, which is about 120 miles south of Coachella Valley. About 4 years ago, I met one of my high school friends from Facebook.
Hi Mario, how are you doing?
How you doing?
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you back.
I know.
Man. My name is Mario Beltran. I've been living here for 27 years, and we were really good friends back in the high school days.
On Facebook, he talked to me about the condition, this area, how bad it is. So one time, he asked me, invite me to go visit him.
Some of the people that are in these low-income areas still remain. There's no real health services that they are able to afford. When I got reconnected with David, he told me what he was doing. He told me about his involvement with Tzu Chi Foundation. I thought about the foundation possibly being a good mix, or bringing them here to see what needs there are and what help they could provide.
So when I came here, I was surprised the people living in those trailer homes. It's like third world country.
You can put all caliente. You make it yourself, the noodle. You just put hot water. So you eat noodles every day. No real breakfast. No ham, no egg. So mom doesn't have time to cook noodle for him.
Last year, 2012, in September, my friend Mario called me and telling me that there was a flooding in this area.
Some homes were pretty badly damaged because of the water.
See that? Up to there. Like the half waist.
It was a very ugly smell that came from I don't know where. It was very disgusting.
So Ariel asked me if my organization can come and do something about it.
And his group brought out cleaning kits right after that. When I informed him of what had happened, they came out and they delivered cleaning kits to all the homes out in this place.
We went to the trader. We give out over 200 cleaning kits. We dug the door one by one under 100 degrees. It was so hot that day. By the time we finished, we are so dirty. Everyone was so happy because we have so many people in a short time.
Those items were very handy at the time. They really helped out. They also later in the year came out and did flu shots for the people here.
今天最主要是拿了那个感冒预防针过来给他们打 ，Influenza A 跟 Influenza B。那 A 的话是有包括 H1N1 跟 H3N2 这样子。那我们有50份的这个家庭医药包。Are you okay?
Muchas gracias. Okay, buen día, okay? Okay, gracias. Martín. ¿Son de Corea ustedes? No, somos de Taiwán, de China. No, de Taiwán. Sí. Pensé que eran coreanos.
好舒嘛，是爱捧你呐，对啊。
Together with the flying doctor, we have the health fair. When I visit the trader, I met a couple of families, and I told them we have a health fair here, so they should come and get the service. Where's the puppy? Puppy? Mommy? Where's mommy? Where's the mommy? No service? And these migrant workers surprised me when he told me he never see a dentist in his whole life. And he told me he has no money, and that's why he never have a chance to see a dentist. So tomorrow is going to be a special occasion. Tomorrow is going to be his first time. I see you tomorrow, my auntie Bells. Vegetable, fruit coming from Coachella Valley, and I was so grateful. They're feeding us every day, and we have to do something to help them back.
In the same way that David stresses the importance of giving back to those who help feed America's families, there is another organization that sees their needs very clearly. So in comes Los Doctores Voladores, or the Flying Doctors. No, they're not just white coats with wings, capes, or magic carpets. They're that, and then some. Since 1975, the Flying Doctors have been providing free health services by flying its volunteer doctors, nurses, and other staff from California all across the Americas, specifically where access to health services are severely limited. And no, they don't all wear the white coats. But what's particularly notable is that this year, like last year, they've teamed up with the Tzu Chi Medical Foundation in Coachella to serve this agricultural but impoverished area. The Flying Doctors provide the doctors, of course, and Tzu Chi provides the equipment and assists in what you'll see is a very labor-intensive but smooth setup. While their partnership is young, you'll see exactly the kind of splash the Flying Doctors make in their entrance, but also the kind of splash that the Tzu Chi Medical Foundation has on them.
Here again, and I'm so happy to be in Thermal again. It's really nice to be here in good weather.
Flying Doctors, LMD, all volunteer group. What we do is we fly light aircraft like this. Usually we'll have some sort of a medical professional.
Well, I'm Larry Tabor. I'm a dentist out of the San Francisco Bay Area.
I came as a volunteer and a translator.
I'm a general volunteer.
I'm a hygienist.
And we go to these villages. We go there and have usually 2 to 3 day clinics.
I'm looking forward to heading over to the school and setting up the gym, see what Tzu Chi has brought to the clinic this time.
Last year was the first time we joined in Coachella. This is the second time we come back.
About 18 years ago, the community called Flying Doctors to do a trip like we do to Mexico. And we've been coming ever since. But it's been growing and growing and growing to the point where Flying Doctors can't sustain it.
So we bring a lot of dental equipment, all the supply, and acupuncture, medical. We set a vision. Everything you see here is all from Tzu Chi Foundation.
That's where Tzu Chi stepped in, saw the need. The Valley has a need for healthcare. Flying Doctors has a need for equipment.
I know we'll have lines of people tomorrow and we'll be working long and hard, but it's a great, rewarding feeling to be working with all the people here.
We got here 10 o'clock.
Me and the 10 o'clock. The other people, 8 o'clock.
Hello.
And this time I start because it's cold for the kids.
I'm looking for to get my eyes checked.
And they're here because they don't have medical or insurance.
That's the reason we're here, because we don't have them.
5:20 and I'm here for a toothache and there's like 100 people ahead of me.
Probably more. I'd say probably about 400.
About 400?
All around the parking lot. It does not. It does.
Yes, it is now.
There's a lot more people than last year. This is the longest line I've ever seen.
Oh my Lord.
That was earlier when we were out there.
You know what? Let's start asking 1 to 50. Let them in, please. Okay. Let them sit down in a comfortable chair.
So people wait outside overnight or early in the morning to make sure that they get the services that they need. For example, we only have 300 numbers for dental, and there's over 500 people outside waiting for services. I see that a lot of people need medical attention. They should take advantage of the services we have, and we'll get help for free.
Half of the farm workers here have never seen a dentist in their life, and this is their only opportunity to be able to be taken care of.
In Coachella Valley, the oral disease is pretty rampant. We see a lot of periodontal gum disease. We see multiple cavities.
它好多蛀牙，全口差不多有20几个。
But one thing we have noticed over the years that the valley is actually changing. The valley has come to appreciate the value of dentistry, and we're seeing fewer surgeries, fewer tooth extractions, and more tooth repair. So it shows us that we're actually making an impact on the community.
Pues está bien de que vengan aquí porque hay mucha gente que no tiene seguro médico y pues no hay, gracias a los doctores voladores, también a los Tzu Chi.
从早上到现在已经3个多小时了，看了差不多33位病人，服务很多病人，很高兴。
All the brothers and sisters in Tzu Chi, they really work hard to make it sure that we set the bar high.
在这个地方 Coachella， 我们已经去年就开始来了。
那这边这2年所看到的病人，大部分都是一些疼痛的问题。
My shoulders been bothering me, and I had surgery a long time ago.
这个地方他们都是比较做一点比较劳力的工作的，他们就会来看中医。
And you have to stop drinking any ice water, sodas. Your body becomes cold. You will suffer the pain.
青年人没有那么多了，对，青年人比较多，可能附近的人都比较知道了，所以他们会来。
I mean, for them hanging out of my body, it's not something that, I don't know, maybe I'd do it every day if I could to feel better.
I was taking out some difficult teeth today, and my hip started hurting. I guess that's what happens when you take out so many teeth. It's a miracle.
Okay, huh?
Oh, very good.
With all the years, we grow that we are more professional, organized outreach, so that other partners they will like to join us.
意思要我就是在帮忙他们这些 assistant 们来要工具的时候我们可以很快的递给他，这样子的话，他们可以省很多的时间。
It's wonderful to come to the Tzu Chi clinic because all the equipment is here. We have ultrasonic machines, which we don't often have when we work in clinics. It makes us much faster and much more efficient with our work, so we can see many more people.
Unlike a lot of large clinics that come in, set up, and then leave, Tzu Chi has a wonderful model follow-up care. Hopefully, we can do the same thing here.
So Coachella is a very new city for us. So we have happened to have a chance to partner with flying doctors. Since they're established here for almost 18 years, they know all the places that we can serve. Besides medical, we can serve charity, all those other services. It's a good asset for Tzu Chi to join partner and work on this valley.
For the Tzu Chi Medical Foundation's 20th anniversary, we celebrate the year-long collaboration between the Tzu Chi Medical Foundation and the flying doctors in the Eastern Coachella Valley. But with a line as long as the one you saw, picture the people who camped out all night long who were unable to get service. In some part, this is the need that the Affordable Care Act, popularly known as Obamacare, aims to somewhat meet starting this past October. According to the White House, it will make it easier for individuals to qualify for and purchase insurance that is affordable without being denied coverage for a pre-existing condition. While this gives countless families across the country critical access to health care, what does affordable mean to the family that earns $16 a day? And what does Obamacare mean to those who are undocumented, who are completely ineligible? There is no simple answer, as there is no simple solution. But this challenge will continue to serve as a call to action to the Tzu Chi Medical Foundation and their continued medical outreaches, despite the promised success of Obamacare. They'll continue their mission in serving the people we'll see in line for the weeks to come to ensure the proper care of the body, mind, and soul of the patient. Join us next week as we take a trip up north to Modesto, California, as we take you through the colorful stories of farmers who struggle with access to healthcare and then some. I'm Dilbar Shatterson, and I'll see you then.